Oh, now we are live. So, hello, YouTube. Hello, everyone, again. My name is Camila. I'm going to be the host from this conversation. This is an English immersion. And just to explain for the others who don't know what is Talk and Talk and what we are doing here. So, Talk and Talk is a language conversation platform. And here you can find the conversations in English, Spanish, French, Italian, and now we have German too. And just to clarify, guys, I'm not a teacher. We are not here to speak about grammar or to discuss anything. This is not a regular class. This is only a conversation that we can share your opinion in English and try to put your English in practice. So do not feel worried about anything, about any judgment, because here it's a safe place. You can discuss, you can have your opinion without any worries or feel afraid about the judgments. Of course, we need to be respectful with the others, but we can talk and try to learn from the others. English, it's always good when we can have when we can learn something from the others. So I don't know if I said but the topic from today is how does language shape our mindset? And in the immersion, we always start with the self-presentation. So I'm gonna ask you, Iago, please, could you introduce yourself?
Okay, so hello everyone again. My name is Iago. I am 29. I live in Apuiarés, a small town in Ceará. I live here with my husband and 7 cats. And I work as an instructional designer. I love to read in my free time, and I like embroidering too.
Are you reading something, Iago, right in this moment or not?
I started reading Clara dos Anjos with some friends, but I'm only at the introduction. I didn't find
Yeah.
any time to continue.
Nice, nice. Thank you, Iago. Let me see. I think we have Anselmo coming. Let me see. Hi, Anselmo. Can you hear me? Anselmo? Bom, Luis, could you please introduce yourself, my friend?
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Luis. I'm 44 years old, and I live in the most wonderful city in the world, called Campo Grande, and in the middle of Brazil. And I am a data analyst. And in my spare time, I love to learn about music, play music, and read classic books and watch a lot of bad films.
Which what is the classic book from this month, Luis?
The classic one is Divina Comédia.
Oh, nice. Good. Nice, nice.
I don't know the
I am reading Crime and Punishment and Corcunda de Notre Dame at the same time. So I am suffering.
beautiful,
I am
beautiful, beautiful.
suffering. Nice, nice. Thank you, Luis. Hello, Anselmo. Can you hear me?
Yes. Hello,
Oh,
everybody.
hello, Anselmo. It's your first time only with me or here in the platform?
Um, you you can
Can I speak in Portuguese for you, this question or not?
please.
É a sua primeira vez só comigo aqui ou na plataforma em geral?
Um, it's I I have the other other lesson with you.
Mhm. Okay, okay. So you know how
It,
the... go ahead, Anselmo.
no, it is not my first lesson.
Oh, nice. So I put the questions again for you in the chat, okay? Can you see the questions?
Okay.
Would you
Yes.
like to introduce yourself, Anselmo, for us?
Yes. Hello, everybody. My name is Anselmo. I am 28 years old. I talk from Paraupebas, Pará. I am data engineer. Um, I study master degree in applied computing and UFPA. I don't have pets. I like the running, the reading, the study. I practice fighting Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh,
Um, I live with my wife, Ayane. Um, and that's it.
nice, great. Welcome aboard, Anselmo. It's good to see you here. My name is Camila. So if you need some help, sometimes you can say okay. Don't feel worried about this. And how about you, Catherine? Could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course. Hi, guys. It's my first time with Selmo, so nice to meet you, Selmo.
Nice to meet you.
And yeah, and yeah, I'm Catherine. So I'm 30, but I always say the same things, right? I'm 30, living here.
Try to
Oh,
change something. It's
yeah,
good,
I will
right?
tell you today. I'm very disappointed today. Why? It's
Why?
because some like I don't know 1 hour ago was very cloudy,
Mm-hmm.
so I thought it maybe it will be rain today, and where I live is too hot, this entire week is too hot, so I okay today it's will running, be more fresh, and no raining at all. Yeah. So, you know, today I you agree with Luis. I think he is not the best city because Luis, so hot today here. So hot. So I think there is not a beautiful city. A beautiful city had to must have a comfortable, weather. So yeah.
It's almost possible to survive weather, something like this, right?
Yeah. Oh, yesterday my mom said, "Oh, this weather seems like the entire world is over." And yeah, guys, yesterday I felt like I was in the I don't know beach, take sun, you don't know, but I stay home, because my skin is so tava ardendo. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah,
it, guys. I'm
nice,
Catherine.
Catherine. I'm Catherine and I am suffering.
Yeah.
Nice. But I think, Luis,
Suffering and
it,
sweating.
yes.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
think when Luis lives, it's really hot too, I think. Right, Luis?
It's very, very hot, but not so hot like another cities like Cuiabá, for instance.
Okay.
But here is very hot, but today is amazing because it looks like it will rain and it's summer here. In the next immersion, Catherine, I will set up my things with the sunset behind me.
Oh,
It's
no.
very, very incredible. Well, it's the most beautiful city in the world, you know.
Oh.
I guess we deserve this, Luis. Please, if we need this. I was kidding with Catherine about Rio de Janeiro because I have some
Yes,
friends in Rio, and I said to
it's
them
like
like,
that.
yes, Rio de Janeiro because it's really hot there. So, guys, my name is Camila. I am suffering with sweating here in São Paulo too. I live in São Paulo, the capital. And before this immersion, I was thinking, oh my gosh, maybe it's going to rain. I need to close the window, but not. Was fake. So it was a
Yeah.
fake news. So
Mm-hmm. A joke.
yes, was just a joke. So I am 40 years old. I've been here in Talk and Talk since April from the last year. I work as an accountant in an energy company, and I am here to improve my English skills, to learn with you guys, to put in practice my vocabulary and try to learn different structure, to talk about the weather, to talk about the Rio and the best cities in the world. So it's always good to be with you guys. And let me see. Let's move on. I think we can start to talk about how does language shape our mindset. Question number 2, Luis. Can you read and answer, please?
Okay, question number two. How does the language we speak influence the way we think and make decisions? Well, it's a very good, but for me, it's very hard to answer because I think that language and mindset walk side by side, you know, because sometimes we have the meanings of some words that is very different in different cultures, you know, and I f- I try. Let me try to explain.
Mhm.
Because, for instance, dead language like Latin, all the meanings don't have another's meanings. You know. For instance, I don't know how to make a good example in English, but I think that you understand, guys. So language is very important because uh, is the because it's the base of our society, you know.
Nice, nice. It's difficult to answer that, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, but good answer, good answer. Thank you, Luis. And how about you, Iago? Could you help us here with this question?
I'm not thinking exactly about the question because I don't know exactly, but I agree with Luis. I think that language probably makes us, probably no, it does. And I think that it has a lot of connection with everything because I was thinking, for example, when I read some Japanese books, and a lot of people tell that Japanese books are so much direct. They don't go around circles. They don't have like too much subjective meaning for things, it's really direct. Is this and that, and it's
Oh,
that, you know. And when I think, for example, in Portuguese, I think that we have so many ways to tell the same thing, even in Brazil, for example, we have a lot of different expressions for the same thing in different regions. And I think that it's a beautiful thing about the language. And I think that that's why Portuguese is a beautiful language, because oh, I was talking once with a friend about when Memórias Póstumas de Brás Cubas went a big thing on TikTok, and he was really talking about how it's easy to translate English to Portuguese because in English we also don't have too many things, and to translate some sentences in Portuguese, I don't think how they can do that in English. So I think that the language holds a lot of our identity. I didn't answer the question. I wasn't
okay.
specific about it.
But I love
But
it.
I think that's it.
I love it. I totally agree with you. Maybe here in Brazil we have more than two levels about the language, the same language. We are speaking Portuguese, but we can speak in a common way, like with our friends, but we have a different levels. If you try to speak advanced Portuguese, sometimes we don't understand that. And we have different words to say the same things. Because of this, I always say to my friends, English is not difficult. We have porquês, different kinds of porquês in Portuguese, and not in English. So I guess this is a rich language. We can describe things perfectly. Of course, we can do it in language, but I guess not because we are Brazilian, but I guess the language we can define things differently. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. But I get your point, Tiago. And how about
And
you, once? Go ahead,
sorry,
Luis.
and
No,
I
no, no.
wanna add one thing.
Go
Portuguese
ahead.
is very beautiful because it's very musical. You know,
Mm,
Portuguese is a wonderful language to hear. Portuguese from Portugal, from Mozambique, from a lot of countries that speak Portuguese. So it's very beautiful to listen.
mm.
Brazil is amazing. Portugal is amazing. Africa, Portugal from Africa is amazing. So I think that we have uh, this beautiful advantage uh, in above another languages.
Yes, I guess the influence of different cultures and languages, right? So that's a good point,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Thank you, Luis and Iago. And you, Anselmo, what do you think about this question number 2?
Um, I think the language you speak uh, is the influence the way we we have uh, uh, we have solve problems and uh, pensamentos, eu não sei a tradução, mas the make a togons, não lembro a tradução. Uh, that it's I think about it.
Nice. Thank you, Anselmo. And you, Catherine?
Yeah, I've tried to summarize my thoughts because this question is very open and um yeah, when I was abroad, I remember that one thing that I felt surprised about it is about the way that people talk to me because here in Brazil we always listen music, watching series, something like that, and the people always say, um, "Do you understand me? Do you understand me?" And when I was abroad, people said, "It makes sense for you." The things
Yeah.
you understand? I agree that it makes sense for you. So it's different, you know,
Mhm.
because em português we said, você me entendeu? So yeah, it's a different way to think, you know, because sometimes I pay attention that I just translate the things in Portuguese for English
Mhm.
and don't don't get the things in the real root, maybe, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think that it's complicated because when you're learning another language, you have to feel this language, to live this language. And there is a movie very good about that called The Arrival. I think it's The Arrival. And I don't know if you already watched it, but it's about a woman that trying to talk with aliens. And
Mm.
to talk with this island, she had to learn the language, the island's language. And these things make her think in another way.
Okay.
So she is capable now to like to see the future and the past in the same time, you know, because the language that she is learning works that way, you know. There is a different meaning of time. So I was yeah, I just noticed that that is very interesting about it because when you learn something, you have to deeply in the not deeply dive in deeply this is the word dive deeply in the culture,
Mm-hmm.
because you're not learning just the language, just a code. You're learning how a group of people express yourself. So yeah, that's it. I
Nice,
don't know if
Catherine.
I can answer the
Wow,
question.
no, no, you were great. I really understand that. I watched this movie years ago. It's an excellent movie. And I was remember here inside of Brazil, we can find the difficulty related to language. We
Mhm.
don't need to go outside. If I go to a different place in Brazil, I can suffer a
Yeah.
lot because we have different expressions and
Mm-hmm.
we are a huge country, right? Sometimes we
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to communicate properly and we try to learn a different way to speak. I remember when I travel to the northeast, my family is from there, and when I come back, I was speaking differently, like different things. And my friends were, "Oh, are you different?" So we don't need to go so far from Brazil to see the difficulty the difficulty related to communication. I guess even inside of Brazil, we can face this. So it's a deep question, and we can go like for different sides. But I love your answer, Catherine. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
I
Go ahead.
already lived in another state, and yes, I suffer with the difference. I remember one day when I was a kid that a colleague lost
Mhm.
a mechanical pencil,
Yeah.
and they call mechanical pencil Polly. And for me, Polly is a doll. And I remember people said, "Oh, she lost the Polly," and oh, what is the how is the Polly? This he's
Blonde hair.
Pinky. Oh, entire Pinky. I didn't understand that. And then I realized that is Polly is a mechanical pencil. So
Oh.
yeah, but a funny thing about the fact that I mentioned before about go abroad is because I noticed the different way to think about the thing, So
Mhm.
not just change the vocabulary. So is that yeah, yeah, just that. That's
Nice,
it.
nice. Excellent point, Catherine. Thank you. Let's move on, guys. Anselmo, can you read the question number 3 and answer?
Yes. For example, English encourages directness, while Japanese offers value in direct communication.
Mhm.
My answer, I agree in the sentence because the uh, any language uh, creating the words to the make things, make verbs, make the sense, the sentiment, make the feeling in the who the other language is not exist. For example, Portuguese and all any words could not exist in English. Is beautiful. Eh, um, I agree the sentence. Uh, I agree the sentence is true because it's
Nice, nice. Because we always talking about saudade in Portuguese. They don't know how to say that in English, so it's a good example. They try to say "I miss you" and different things, but saudade it's only Portuguese, and it's a strong word to share with the others, right? So I always like to express myself when I miss someone, like saying that saudade is totally different from miss the others. Nice. Thank you, Anselmo. And how about you, Iago? What do you think about this question? Do you have an example to share? Guys, it's raining, believe it or not.
I think that I already gave an example about Japanese books, for example, but I was also thinking about how Spanish can be so dramatic, you know? But I don't know what happened with Spanish because we like cousins with them, you know, the language. But but if you look for I don't know, novelas or series or Almodóvar, basically. It's so dramatic that I really don't understand why. And for example, because of that, the music there is really different, you know, the kind of music that they do and they listen. Yeah, I think that the language not only shape our mindset, but it can shape maybe our behavior. Because I
Mhm.
was thinking, for example, that always that I think about Rio de Janeiro accent, I can imagine any carioca that is a shy person because the accent is so chill, you know. They are all in the beach, living close by the beach. You know, I can't imagine any person that lives in Rio de Janeiro that is shy because of the accent. I don't know.
You said good examples relate to Japan and Rio. I think it's awesome. I have some friends from Rio, and for me, they are always angry and speaking loud with me, and I am, why are you speaking like that? Nowadays I agree with them and I try to be the same, but they are always so angry and so funny and so friendly, I guess. So it's a great example about Brazilian difference. And about Japan, I don't know, I think this is cultural, right? I work from a company, and the company from Japan, and I have some difficulties to talk with them. They are so serious sometimes and so directly. And we in Brazil asking, "How are you? Do you have a man?" They just go straight, and sometimes I guess this is totally cultural. Of course, they are really polite, but they don't have this 2 minutes, 3 minutes to know about yourself. They just don't care about. So it's, I guess I totally agree with you. Yeah, great examples. Thank you. And you, Catherine, do you have an example to share? You are a
Oh,
shy person from
guys,
Rio or not?
I think I'm normal person. I'm not a
Uh,
shy person,
okay.
but and he the raining didn't came, so yeah. All right, guys. About the question, I really want to say in Portuguese because this subject is so interesting, you know, and I don't have enough vocabulary to talk about.
Just try.
But yeah, there is a channel. I try to research here the channel, but I didn't find
Mhm.
that one day I watched a video in this channel about the language and how people see the world. So there is a research, I think, that put a lot of kinds of greens, kinds of tones of greens,
Okay.
and the people that belong in a oh my goodness, people that belong in a community that
Okay.
has different words for green are able to see more tones of greens that people that belong, I don't know, in the um a big city, for example, that you just know the light green the dark green and the green, you know?
Okay.
So when you show this kind of greens, like you have, I don't know, 10 tones of greens, and people just divide in three kinds of greens, like dark, light, and normal green. But
Okay.
people that live in some communities that have more names for greens, for tones of greens, can share can yeah, can put in a order maybe um a different kinds of greens. I don't know if I make sense for you, but it's just to how the community has the influence about the language, because we
Mm,
don't have a word for something between, I don't know, dark and normal green, you know? Just have
okay.
this normal green and dark green, and that's it. And this kind of community has a lot of words between these two colors, you know.
Wow.
And yeah, and this is because they live in a forest, I think, or something like
Oh,
that. Has more contact with nature, and they live this, you know. This is important for, I don't know, hunting or plants or something like that, because this is important for community, and they create word for these kinds of colors, because it's important for them. And yeah, that's it. That is the answer.
well, really interesting. Really interesting, Catherine. I
Yeah.
never heard about it. Excellent. Excellent. I don't know if I said to you guys, but I am in a book club because
Mhm.
Luis influenced myself to read the classic ones. I already told this from him. And in these classic books, the guy show for the people study, estudo, a scientific study, I guess we can say that in English,
Mhm.
that express like you can say what the other is feeling just because you can see the eyes. And we have a group that describe it really perfectly, and the others like a superficial expression, like
Mm.
sad, happy, I don't know, empty. And the other group was really describing feelings, emotion. They are not Mexican, okay, Iago, but they are really the speaking about the emotion. And they know that this happened with the, you can read different books like classics, you have details in the books, like spend the 3 4 pages speaking about the room, so the details helps the others to understand the expression from the others. I don't know if you know what I mean, but it was a great experience to see them speaking about this, because sometimes you feel like, oh, I don't want to read and to see the others speaking about the room, the color of the walls, but this make us be more creativity. So I guess this is totally important, as you said about the colors. Excellent example, Catherine. Thank you. And how about you, Luis?
Well, I have two fun examples that about language. The first one, a time ago, I took some Polish lessons. I tried to learn Polish, and the Polish people, they are very serious people.
Mm-hmm.
They are very close, very direct as well, and the language is very different from eu não sei como falar, as línguas românticas, como português,
Okay.
do Moldávia, enfim. And I realized that they don't have to be kind with you. For instance, when I need to make a question, I can I can I can say to other people, did you understand what I say? I need, em português é mais ou menos assim, você entendeu? Eu tenho que,
Yeah.
eu tenho que, I need to make a corporal expression, and I need to
Mm.
be kind with other people. And
Mm.
with language like Polish, German, and also maybe Cyrillic, they are very hard, very strong. Is very very serious language, and I think that is this impact in some cultures. And another example is with my friends from Rio. It's very funny because they are Gothic people, you know, they wear black all time, they are all, but they speaking is it's very happy. It's a lot of slang, and they are always good moods, and I love that. You know, they are very a good moment to be with them.
Nice, nice. I get it. Sometimes I need to say the same things in different way just to make sure that the others get it, what I want to say, you know. So it's I suffer a lot, even when I need to speak in English because in my job I sometimes need to use there, and I try to express myself twice just to make sure the other really understand what I mean. So I suffer. I guess this is not necessary. They are like, okay, we get it, go ahead, go ahead. So I feel like I'm Randall sometimes, but I guess this is related to we have we have the difficult related to the language because I'm not a native English speaker, and I feel like I would like to make sure that I could say it properly for you. So I try to make, yeah, as you said about the body language, I try to use it a lot. So I guess we have this in Brazil. We try to do that a lot, and they just speaking without moving the body and without feeling emotion. So you feel like he is he angry? Is he happy? What is happening? So it's hard to read, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
I understand. Thank you, Luis. Let's move on, guys. Catherine, your turn. Question
Okay.
number 4, please.
Or how do cultural values embedded, I think it's that, in language influence your worldview? Oh, I think I didn't get the question.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, no problem. The question number 4, right? Do you believe bilingual
Ah, the
individuals
number
have more?
four.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Number 4.
Sorry.
Sorry,
I
Catherine.
okay, I thought it's five. Do you believe bilingual individuals have a more flexible mindset due to the ability to switch between languages? Why? Yeah, I truly believe that. When you are bilingual, you have to live in the culture, like I said before, and I think it just help in jogo de cintura,
Okay.
because you can share when you want. And just to add it about what Louis said, there is some languages that is very important, the expression. Like I learn Libras, and Libras is a Brazilian sign language for deaf people. And there is a lot of signs that I really don't know, but it don't matter because the most important thing to this kind of language is your expression.
Hmm.
So if you do the right signal, but you have a wrong expression, they can understand in the other way, you know.
Mhm.
So people, because people said that you can put like Botox or something like that because your expression is very valuable in this language. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, I get it. Excellent
Mm,
point. Thank you, Catherine. But I think you said
mm,
something really important related to communication. I try to use a lot my face to communicate myself. And I think this is important to create directly message from the others. They
mm,
really can see what I want to say, but sometimes it's hard because you cannot fake your face when you
mm,
see something that you don't like it. For example, at my job, in a situation that I don't want to express myself, but my face is showing everything, so this is not so good sometimes. But I really think it's necessary to bring the message, not only by speaking, but you can share of your face or body language. I think it's totally important. You create with this a different connection, I guess. I
I think
believe.
face expression is universal because maybe that is the reason that people feel afraid about masquerade.
Okay.
So when people using a mask, you can see the expression. So yeah, it's a natural thing. Your body feel uncomfortable with that because you have to see the expression to feel comfortable. That's it.
Nice, nice. Thank you, Catherine. And you, Iago, what do you think? Are you bilingual or do you speak more than one language, another language?
No, I only speak Portuguese and English.
Not
Uh,
only, yeah. Bilingual it's enough. Great.
It's
yes.
amazing. He's
Um,
Yeah.
amazing.
I think that I was thinking about what Catherine was saying because I'm not a very much expressive person. I'm always smiling, but I don't move my eyebrows that much. I don't know why. I don't have Botox yet. But I don't move my eyebrows that much. So my face expression is always this. But people confuse me a lot with being angry because when I'm not talking to anyone, I'm always like really serious. And in English, they have an expression for that that is like resty bitching face.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, about the question, I think that we can be more flexible because I know that when we learn another language, we exercise different areas of our brain. So I think that we have some flexibility, even for example, to learn new things that other people might don't have because of that. And I think that learning a second language or any other new language that you don't know and practicing, it's a really good thing because we can really go to other meanings and do different connections about even how we express in our mother tongue and in another language and how these things are connected because we can always find connection even in language that doesn't have the same origin, I think. Because, for example, for us, it might be easy to learn like Spanish, French, because we are all cousins. We are all from Latin. English might be a little bit from Latin, but it's not that much, But I believe that we can develop new abilities that we might not even notice because we are learning a different language.
Yes, I totally agree with you. I don't know. I think this is not, I think the mindset change because you can access different things, not only in your language, and you can have different books. Oh, you can read different books, you can listen different music and understand that. So I guess this is totally different. This change our mindset a lot, I believe. You don't need to wait for a move, to translate to watch or to read a book or a movie. So I guess these make us get the access of news, of books, of music in a different way. I totally agree with that. Thank you,
Yeah,
Iago.
and I think that
Go
even
ahead,
in
go ahead.
the cultural aspect, because even
Yeah.
if you watch a lot of things from United States, for example,
Hmm.
and we think that we know a lot about that culture, but when we really start to understand the language, that's what it is. I always think, for example, here we watch a lot of Drag Race, RuPaul, the drag queen.
Oh,
And they say so many different things that if you don't know the language, you don't get the meaning. And that's a really fun thing about learning a new language.
Yeah, I think
yes.
that's the
Go
reason
ahead.
that some people can understand jokes. It's very difficult to understand jokes
Yeah.
because you have to be in the culture. So
I felt really happy when I understand some jokes in English. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm almost like a native speaker because I get it this joke. So I guess this is so different from Brazilian jokes, I believe. And this is awesome because they use slang a lot and we can get it. We feel like, I am in the right path, I guess. Thank you, Iago. And you, Anselmo, we are talking about the question number 4, okay?
Okay. Um, yeah, yes, I think the bilingual people uh, is have mais adapta adapta uh, is people, are people, we are people adaptable. Um, is the is get uh, more the more more roads, more culture, more the uh, the um, culture, the more people is talking about that it's
Nice. You can access different things, right? Only not only in Portuguese, but you can access these things in English. So thank you, Anselmo. And you, Luis?
Yes, I totally agree with you. Everybody said before. I do believe that bilingual is very important because you have the opportunity to understand different point of views. You know,
Mm,
you are able to compare, for instance, different kind of news of what is happening in the world, for instance, right now. And when you have the opportunity to compare different levels of information, these kind of things, you become more smarter in your life, you know.
mm,
And I think that's important. You have the opportunity to always to compare what you are consuming about information from internet, from the news, from the culture, and this kind of things.
yes, great point, Luis. Great point, I guess. Every content that you access, this I guess makes you think different. I think not only in English, but Iago said about Japanese books. It's totally different. So when you achieve these things, makes you understand more the human being, because we are only talking about this. Go ahead, Liz.
Yes, you start to have a lot of whys. Why this?
Mhm.
Why that? So it's very important. Just an example. If
Go ahead.
you have friends that read a lot, and you have another group of friends that only use, for instance, social media, you can see the difference between the two groups. People who read books have a different background and how to deal with life, for instance. It's very important to be aware about the words, not only be a NPC in the words.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree with you. I was watching a video. I don't know if I remember who was the guy, and he said if you are just watching something, social media or watching TV, things on TV here in Brazil, your kind of knowledge or understand relate to things in the world needs must to be like limited. You cannot get the total message for a different things, for a different perspective. So you are in a bubble and you don't know how to discuss different things. Go ahead, Luis. Go ahead.
Yes, well, our society today. If you realize that this lack of culture of reading, for instance, we are living in a society that is totally fake society. Marriages are fake, jobs are fake, your personal style are fake, you know. So it's very sad to see this kind of things happening right now. This is very sad as well because we have the opportunity to access a lot of culture, you know,
Mhm.
like books. It's
Yeah.
very easy to buy uh, in these times. So we need
Yes.
to think about that.
Sometimes it's superficial, right? The knowledge from
Yes.
everything it's like superficial. It's I was thinking about this last year, and this is make totally sense. When you don't try to access different things, you only know about you are inside this, and you don't get access for other opinions. You don't know how to create your opinion because you are in the same group talking about the same thing. So it's
Yeah.
like it's not different, right? Thank you, Luis. So, guys, I put here the link from the survey in the chat. And if you take a minute to answer, it's really important, not only for me, but from the platform, because you can share your opinion if you like it or if you dislike it, this topic. And if you want to bring ideas from the next tops, feel free to share your opinion. It's totally anonymous. No one can see your answer that. And just to say another things, guys, I am replacing Ayla today, so this is her schedule. But I had immersions on Wednesday, 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. today, and Sunday, 11 a.m. So if you want to enjoy another time here in the platform, I am always here as a speaker and as a host. So I would like to say thank you very much for coming. Was a pleasure for me. I hope you can enjoy this conversation. And I hope see you soon in another time here in the platform. Okay, guys? Thank you very much for coming. Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
Bye
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
bye.
Camila.
Camila.
Thank you. Hello, Luis.
Ah, bye bye, Camila.
Oh, bye bye.
I hope
I
to
think you. I hope see you. I hope see you
again
soon.
as soon as yes.
I hope. Thank you, guys.